Hey everyone, I'm back with a little bit of a haul. Um, so I finally got some orders in. The first thing I wanted to share with you was I got my Hobonichi Techo planner for next year. I don't actually do planning in it. I use it for a health tracker, but I wanted to show you how cute this is from 2 years ago, and yeah, 2024, and this was illustrated by an artist in Japan. I can't remember the name of the person, but this year's the current one that I'm using is also done with her artistry, and it's a white cover with like a purple design on it. I forget her name though. So cute. I wish I could have seen one for this year, for the next year. I'm sorry, that had her one of her drawings or paintings for it, but not this time. So this is the one I purchased, and actually this one I got all of them off Amazon. So it just seems to come faster since I have Prime shipping. And this one is actually covered with fabric. I do have a plastic sleeve that goes over them, but again, it's on my current year's Techo, and I just actually leave it open on my desk. It stays open flat like this on my desk, or I'm sorry, on my vanity, because that's where I usually write everything down. And you can see it's got 2 bookmarks. There is a monthly calendar at the front, which I do not use. I could, but I use the weekly planner, and usually I will write like just different health information that I'm tracking from day to day and week to week. So 52 weeks of all of that, and it's good to be able to look back on how I did. And then I actually even write what I have for my dinners, usually in this space over here. And if there's anything weirdness that goes on, I usually use that's where I will write this down, or any milestones like doctor's visits and stuff like that. So this has been a good way for me to track everything, and I do like having it. At the back of the book is like a gridded area, so if you want additional area to write notes, you can do that. But yeah, this has been really great in terms of keeping tracks of some things. And they even have these dashboards are like protectors here, so you can actually put them behind and write stuff down. I actually don't use it that much, so that's why I did not buy another one for this year that matched the book or anything like that. But I just wanted to share that cute cover with you. The other thing it comes with is a pocket that you can stick in there. This came with the book. You can see it right here. It's a sticker. And this little pamphlet right here, which is really cute, because I don't think I got this last time, or if I did, I didn't even look at it, but it has a little paint by number inside of it. It actually has a couple of them. Level 1, level 2, and level 3 paint by numbers. You can use a highlighter, or you can I try it with my acrylic markers. I don't know what it is, but here's the little key that you use to actually match up the colors. Isn't that cute? So inside the pamphlet, it has the different variations of the Hobonichi. I know a lot of people use this system for their planning, but I do like it and enjoy using it. So this is their 25th year, I think. Yeah, 25 years. So really, really cute, and also pretty affordable, I think. This is the English version. They do have a Japanese version, of course. And inside of each of the weekly pages, there's a little reading down here. Kind of cute. So I thought that would be interesting to share with you. And that's a little wrapper. Okay, the other thing I did get was my brushes finally. I purchased 2 sets of paintbrushes from Craft Ammo. And if you've never heard of this company, they work with artists, and a lot of them are actually, I guess, influencers. I don't know. Artists tend to go to social media to get out their art, because obviously not everybody gets to exhibit in in a museum, not a museum, but you know, in a space. So I don't know how they pick the different artists, but I purchased 2 different brush sets from artists that are gouache artists. Some of them do, of course, watercolor and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted gouache brushes specifically because I do have watercolor brushes already. So you can see the 2 sets here. The top one, which is the pink and sort of periwinkle colored, you can see it at the end here. I'll pick them up, show you. The pink ones are from Alma Luna, and I believe she's Mexican. Well, I don't want to say because she doesn't necessarily have to be Mexican because she is in Mexico, but this is her illustration or her painting, and there's 7 pieces in her set. Here's the lid. You can see a little strawberry milk carton. Perfect, right? You guys know I love that. And then it comes in this sort of, excuse me, padded place. And each of the brushes are also, there's a plastic sort of protector that's that protects the bristles of the brush. And then you have this little card. And here is their website if you're interested, as well as, excuse me, does it have her information? Oh, here we go. This is her Instagram account. I don't have Instagram anymore, so yeah, for her social media, you can find her here. She does have a YouTube channel as well. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and want to just see what her artistry is like, you can find her online. And this is another one of her drawings, or paintings, I should say. So her brushes, and each of the artists is, you know, they're the ones that come up with the color and the feel of their brushes. And she has, let's see, what did I say, 7? So it's a 3/8 inch, a 1/2 inch, and I will hold this one up because that's gonna fall. They're sitting on these things because I actually washed the, what do you call that, the binder or the brush, whatever they put. I think it's gum arabic, actually. I don't know what they put in the brushes before you actually use them to keep the bristles protected in a way. So 3/8 inch, a 2, 1/2 inch, a 3, a 12, an 8, and then you have a 3 round. So each of the artists decides, you know, what they want their brushes to be like, you know, how long, how, you know, it's basically how comfortable they are with, you know, what they'd like to see in a set. So, and not all sets are equal, right? So because this is for gouache, the bristles are a little bit different than, say, for watercolor, because it has to be able to stand up to the gouache. So I do like these in that the length of the brush is shorter, so you're not dealing with a really long brush. Now, the other brushes I bought from Amazon, they are slightly longer. They're probably about another extra 1.5 inches, but it makes a difference in the weight and everything, like the balance of the brush. It's kind of like pencils and pens. I'm picky about that as well. I think the only thing that concerns me is this 1/2 inch right here. Some of the bristles, and I don't know if you can see it, there's one or 2 hairs that are hanging out this side of it. And it came that way. Now, what's really nice is that because the bristles are black, they won't get stained. So your paint isn't going to stain these brushes because the bristles are black. So that's great. Great thinking about that. So I look forward to playing with those. I'm going to put them in this glass ball jar right here and off to the side. And this is, again, the brush or soap dish drying thing that I purchased, and it's silicone. So I had them sitting on that for a couple of days after I got them. Now, this second set is another gouache artist. Now, okay, so I don't follow her religiously. I just kind of found her and kind of started looking at her stuff. She does a lot of portraits or people. And Sarah Burns is more of a landscape gouache artist. I'm not saying that they don't do, one or the other, but there may be differences in their brushes because of what they do normally paint. So that's another thing to consider. So these are Sarah Burns's brushes, and her set has 7 as well. I don't know if that's the typical number. Like I said, I ordered 2 sets because I wanted to sort of compare the two, how they feel in my hands, and you also get different brushes, right? So for whatever they're painting, it may be different purpose, right? So there is, let's just say there's an overlap, right? For example, this is the 12 from Alma Luna, and this is the 12 from Sarah Burns, okay? And you can probably spot a difference in the brushes. They won't stay where they're at. Hold on, I'll fix that. Okay, now they won't roll away. You can tell, okay, that like the brush length is about the same, but the point here, and you probably can't see it because it's so dark over there. There. The point on this brush is a lot more dramatic, I think, if you look at it, than this one from Sarah Burns. Now, again, it may be because, of what they paint, but it's interesting to get the differences. So that's why that's why I wanted to purchase 2 sets. And I think the Alma Luna one was on sale when I bought it. And these come directly, I want to say they come from China. They're cruelty free, so they're not a natural bristle brush. They're synthetic, I believe. And I haven't painted with them yet, simply because I haven't had time to really start delving into all this stuff yet. I'm still sort of, I'm going to try the acrylic markers first, honestly, just because I feel more comfortable with the markers, the idea of markers as opposed to painting. So I just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, let me show you the inside of her box, just so you get a chance to see it. This is one of her paintings. She lives in Scotland, but she's American. See, that's why I said I didn't want to assume that Alma Luna was Mexican, because she may not be. But Sarah Burns is American. She does live in Scotland right now, that I understand. And this is her Instagram, I believe. Yeah, Instagram. And then there's the one for Craft Ammo. She has... here's the little pieces that were covering the brushels. But she has the same setup. And of course you get a card in here. And I forgot to mention, they do have something about caring for the brushes. So there is that. And then a lot of times they will actually do like a whole series for learning to paint for that artist. So you can buy like a subscription for painting along with them. And I guess they're recordings. So yeah, I just wanted to share the brushes with you. I hope you guys are doing well. And hopefully I'll get to do some crafting sometime soon and share with you all what I've created. All right. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.